Hello guys, just going to do a quick audio test before we start the stream. Hello guys, welcome to another stream. Today we're here in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I hope everyone is really happy and enjoying your day. This is a pretty cool little update here. Actually, we've got nicely from our from Asobo Studios, so I'm very happy about that. So I'm very happy. So hopefully, yeah, we can just go ahead and get on with it. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and actually, start, really. So, well, here we are. We're in the world map, actually, as I want to show you guys sort of what on earth we're doing today, and also what is included in this brand new update of Microsoft Flight Simulator. So, to do this, I actually do need to bring up, let me get it up, I need to get a display capture going for my other monitor. I still haven't created one. I really should have by now, but there we go. I need to create one saying second monitor so I can show you guys. I should have already done that, but anyway, let's get that up now. Number 2. And where's that gone? There that is. And we'll move it down to the bottom. Great, okay. Right, that's that then. And yeah, we're doing pretty good. We're just here. Pretty nice. What we're going to do? Just want to show you guys the changelog before we get started, really. So, if we, there's one main bit here I want to focus in on. So, if we have a look at this here, we can see there is our, there it is, look. You can see there, World Update 1 Japan is available free to all Microsoft Flight Simulator users. And that's really good, and you can see here. So this is the key part. Upgrade digital elevation mapping across the entire country. Photogrammetry for 6 Japanese cities. Sendai, Takamatsu, Tokushima, Tokyo, Utsunomiya, and Shimojishima. I can't pronounce that. Throughout the environment, new countryside and pagoda-style architecture has been added, with nearly 24 custom landmarks and points of interest. World Heritage Sites, neon skyscrapers, iconic bridges, sacred shrines. So there's a lot of cool stuff here, gotta say. So I'm really impressed with all the stuff that's in here. So it's a pretty cool update. There's a few little minor fixes as well with the game, but it's mainly the Japan update. It's really cool. So today we're going to be flying from Shimojishima, which is one of the handcrafted airports, down to Kerama, which is another handcrafted airport. So you've got, I think it's 5 handcrafted airports. I want to say, let's filter it. Just by airports. I wish there was just a way to just turn all of the, I don't know, it's kind of how it is, isn't it? Off. There. Okay. So there we go. Great. Okay. But anyway, that's that. So in terms of what we want to choose from, we have Shimojishima and these two. These are off the coast of Japan, quite far away from the main bit. And then we've got this one here as well, Shimojishima. That's how you pronounce that. That's quite a famous landing, apparently. Off, again, in the middle. And then mainland Japan, well, it's all an island, really. You've got Hachijima, Nagasaki, both, I think. No, only Haneda. Only Tokyo Haneda is included. And then Narita Airport is just in the standard game. All this is in the standard game, by the way. It's just handcrafted airports and Kushiro. And that's all available for free. Now, today I was planning on taking the Discovery flight, which, if I show you guys, is here. And it involves a Beach King Air 350 from Nagasaki to Tokyo. But I put it into SimBrief, and it estimated this flight taking 2 hours. Microsoft Flight Sim thinks this flight takes 2.5 hours. So by the looks of it, we're going to be doing that on Saturday when I have a little bit more time. I thought the Discovery flight would be a bit shorter than it actually was, and it hasn't saved what I wanted. Okay, anyway, today, I guess it gives me a chance to show you guys what my route plan is for today, doesn't it? We're going to be doing live weather, but not live time, as I want it to be daytime when we're flying. So we're going to be flying from Shimojishima down to Kerama, just about 130 miles, I think, 140, there you go, 140 miles it's going to be. We're going to be going from Parking 7, Lima. We're going to be going IFR low, and you can see there we're going to be taking the Payo 1 departure, straight out, little right turn, and then upwards, 145 miles of flying, straight along the ocean, and then descending down. It's going to be a direct approach then into Kerama, because Kerama is a very small little airport, so no SIDS or stars or approaches or anything like that. So it should be pretty good. Flight time today should be about 52 minutes. We're going to be cruising at 13,000 feet, so, and of course we're taking the Diamond Twin Star DA62. So anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the game. This will take a little bit of time. As you know, I am actually running Navigraph update as well, so sometimes the load times can be quite long. It depends on where you are, but we'll just sit here and, I guess, chat while that happens. Yeah, that's just how it is, you know, that does happen sometimes. Just gotta sit here and wait, so never mind. This is not really much of an issue. The loading times have got a lot better in the last couple of episodes, I have to say, than the last couple of updates. They've started to get an awful lot better, so I'm not too bothered. It's much better, but you know, it's pretty good. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I'm just trying, I don't know, there's a few updates though on my recording software today, so I'm trying to figure out if I can get rid of one of them. There's like one feature that it's done that's basically caused something to come up about my like info about my sources, and I want it to go because it's not of any use to me, and it just takes away screen space on my recording software. But it doesn't look like I'm gonna be able to do that, so oh well. Anyway, yeah, I don't know what to do there. I guess we'll just sit back and ignore that. It's a little bit irritating, but you know, what can we do? Oh well. We'll leave that for now anyway. I hope you guys are enjoying the stream. Here we are, actually loaded in now, finally. I've never actually flown the Diamond Twin Star, so a bit of a new experience for me. We're meant to be using live traffic. Whether we'll actually have anything in the area, who knows. We're here in the airport I've already forgotten the name of. There we go, Shimojishima. I think it's actually, I looked it up on Google Maps, it's 2 words. It's Shima, it's Shimo, it's, I think it's Shimoj. No, I think it's Shimojishima or something like that. I don't know, I'm not going to attempt it. Just gonna end up, honestly, any attempt to pronounce stuff in this video is basically going to go wrong, so just keep that in mind. I think it said a few of these things, so there you go, just 2 of them I think, just delete those. Don't need any others. There we go. Anyway, we're going to be using the default ATC for today. Obviously, our route's already going to be plugged in because I planned it beforehand. I just felt doing that. I felt like doing that today. Obviously, so I could show you guys the map and everything before we started. I wanted to do that because of the new update. I wanted to show you guys everything about the new update that has come to Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's pretty cool, really. The next update now is not for about over 2 weeks now, I think. They're roughly 2 to 4 weeks. I'm also recording this on Fly UK as a Flying Club flight, just because I thought, why not? But anyway, let's go ahead and get this thing fired up. Now remember, this is my first ever time actually flying this plane, so I may be a little bit rubbish, but there we go. It's the first time I've ever flown this game, first propeller plane anyway, with 2 engines. All the other propellers I've flown have had 1 engine. Right, let's go ahead and get, oh, I guess we're on alternators, don't we? That's power, right? Engine, what's that? AW Master, there you go, avionics, we definitely want that. Looking for the battery. Now, I assumed it would be somewhere around here, considering all the other little switches around here. We want the pitot heats for takeoff, don't we? Actually, you will leave the pitot heats for now. We should see the, I don't know, I thought the I'm positive that the battery should have been somewhere around here, but, you know, well, that's an interesting control mechanism this plane's got. Fuel pumps, that's in up. Okay, it looks like we'll have to go into the checklists, actually. That's the engine master switches. So it's not there. I don't know, I've managed to find one switch and it's not down by the left of... Oh, is that it? Nope. Right, I think we're going to have to consult the checklists, aren't we? Something tells me yes, we are. Okay, I disabled the checklist. Please say this thing has checklists. Because some of the planes don't have them. Right, electronic master, that's probably it, right? Oh. It was right in front of me. Well, there you go, that was just me being a bit dumb. Just ignore that. Right, how do I reset the camera? It's bent on my yoke, there it is. Right, I want to get my flying camera sorted, so Control Alt 1. And now if I want Alt 1, I know that my flying camera is sorted. Great. This thing's yelling at me for having pitot heat off, so I guess we'll turn that on. Press B, make sure the weather's all working correctly. It is. Fine. Now, this thing doesn't really have any kind of FMC, but we do have, obviously, a little map, so we'll be using that to get ourselves around today. And I can actually look at my flight plan, so maybe I'll bring that up. There we go. So we can keep an eye on what we're doing. You can see there, just reaching, again, this altitude path is probably going to be wrong. But we're going to be departing on the Pia 1 departure. Up, no altitude restrictions by the looks of it. And then just straight back down into the airport. That's our flight plan there, so nothing too crazy. And we won't have to go plugging in any approaches later on because the airport in question doesn't have any approaches. Oh, that's a nice little ground map. I think we'll be using that to get around, won't we? But anyway, let's go ahead and, well, request clearance and the like. And we're already fueled up and everything and ready to go, so we can just literally jump straight onto ground and get our IFR clearance. Surprised they didn't have the text-to-speak name of this airport built in, since it's now a handcrafted airport. Both this one and the other one, both are, I forgot to show you my call sign, both of them are handcrafted airports. You can see nice custom buildings and the like. I mean, to be fair, for a handcrafted airport, I've seen better than this one. Obviously, it wasn't, you know, it's not going to be the same quality as the ones included in the paid for, like, premium deluxe editions of the game, because obviously this was free. But it's looking pretty good. I mean, you've got a nice custom little airport. You know, it's a nice little teeny little island. I imagine in real life it's a very small airport, this as well, so you can't expect too much. I'm getting about 50 FPS right now. Remember, we've got full photogrammetry now and full high detail textures for well, cities in Japan. I've got the photogrammetry, and the majority of areas, the majority of terrain in Japan has been massively improved. But you can see there's only one other plane on the ground. Then we've got, it looks like another quite similar plane to ours actually. And then we've got sort of quite nice looking terminal buildings, a couple of little ground crew and the like. Anyway, let's try and... Oh, I wish there was a way to move the drone quickly. There doesn't seem to be a way to move it quicker than this, which is really annoying. Actually, isn't there a reset function on this thing? I can't find it. There's definitely one in there. 5? No. It's not 5. I'm positive there's a... Oh, there you go. Yeah, 5. 5 on the numpad. Great. Okay, anyway, let's head back in then to the cockpit of this plane. There we go. What on earth am I doing down here? What's going on? What? Why is the camera stuck? What's going on? Oh, not this again. The camera's broke. The camera's broke, guys. It's done that thing again, I think, where it, like, gets stuck. Right. Oh, what's happened to the camera? What's gone on? Right, reset. Oh, no. What's going on? What's going on? Oh, why are the cameras in this game so bugged frequently? Oh, man, that's so annoying. What have I done? Right, drone follow mode off. Oh, what have I done? Oh, no. Seriously, guys, what have I done with the camera? The camera's permanently stuck downwards. Oh, man, I feel like such a moron. Right. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I can't control the camera at all. Oh no. What have I done? How is the camera just broke? Oh no, the button on my yoke doesn't work anymore. Right, reset. I'm trying to reset it and it's not doing anything. Oh great. Is this another bug? It is, isn't it? Right, I don't think I'm going to be able to... So what I'll do is save as a flight file. Let's call it stream. And then we'll load it. We'll have to reload this flight, that does mean. But hopefully that'll reset the camera. It's a good way, it means that it'll save the state we were in, so we won't have to redo anything, and we won't have to re-put in any ATC stuff at all. Because, yeah, that's a little bit annoying. But it shouldn't take too long to load, obviously, because we're not moving airport. But that was a bit of a weird one. Camera, after coming in from the drone mode, just decided, nope, I'm not going to work anymore. So hopefully that's fixed. Quick enough, I'm hoping. I guess, you know, I mean, you know, you've always got to find bugs in this sort of thing, especially with new updates. So I guess maybe that needs sorting out. Again, I've never actually flown the Diamond Twin Star 62, so I don't actually know quite how it handles. But man, we're 20 minutes into the stream. I mean, fair enough. I have some bit of that explaining, but like, wow, it would be nice if this got on with it a little bit quicker, wouldn't it? Anyway, hello. It's really taking its time. Just sitting there waiting. In fact, actually, I wonder if it has crashed. No, it hasn't crashed. It's just unusually slow, considering we have... Remember, we haven't actually... Well, I don't know what it's loading. We've gone from the same airport to the same airport with the same plane and the same state of plane. So I don't understand what's going on. Come on. Man, this is taking a while, isn't it? Right, there we go. Oh, no. Is it still bugged? Oh, why is this game so buggy sometimes? Like, how is my camera just suddenly broken? You know? I don't know what I've done. What could I have done? Is there a button I've pressed that's messed things up? I don't know what I've done. Right, reset that. Reset that. The camera's stuck down here. What have I done? Why is the camera stuck all the way down here? Right, there you go. I think... Oh, I hate the camera controls in this game. Right, there we go. There we go. I think I've managed to solve it. Yay! There! Okay, I don't know how I've solved that. Oh, great. Why isn't the air traffic control working? Are we actually joking? Like, seriously? Right, off, on. Oh, this game's a joke. Why? Why? So basically, I've broken the game by resetting it. Is that what's happened? Okay, right. Right, we'll quit this then, and we'll restart. Oh my word. This game is full of bugs. Camera breaks, and then boom, ATC is just not there. Right, hopefully it doesn't take too long to load now. I'll have to put this in once again, because it doesn't save your preferences. But never mind. Doesn't really matter. Set as arrival. Luckily, we know what we're doing now, so we can just do it quite quickly. There we go. All in. Perfect. I'm happy with that. And just check it's the correct time of day with live weather. Boom. And we'll go ahead and click fly. Okay. Thank you, game. Hopefully we successful now. I'm not going in the drone camera now. I think I actually managed to fix it. I pressed the left Alt key. I think that has. I think that was one of the controls on the camera I was missing. I must have I don't know. Maybe the Alt key does a certain camera mode. So I think if that camera bug happens again, Alt key. But yeah, there are some weird bugs with ATC I've encountered where you can't do more than two. You can't do more than 2 flights unless you reset the state of the plane. Oh, come on, really? There happens to be a TBM parked right opposite us. I think we can still turn in that radius. Anyway, where's the cockpit view? There it is. Anyway, we don't have to set this thing up now, so we don't have to faff around with stuff anymore. Because I have already set this plane up once now. So I'm a bit better. But I can't click that button. Well, I can now. Wasn't letting me click that button for a minute then. Anyway. Alright, make sure this is on GPS. And make sure the range is a little bit. Great, okay. And our flight plan is all in there, yes? Yes, okay. Eesh, right, let's get on with it then. Right. Takeoff flaps are set. Let's get on with this. Taking enough time as it is. There you go, we're going to give them our clearance. Climb maintain 12,000 feet. I'm not going to bother using VNAV. I don't actually think this thing has VNAV, to be honest. Oh, actually, I've scrolled it too far by accident. There you go.
Diamond Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra cleared to Romeo Oscar.
I don't know how I scrolled it that far. I wasn't scrolling for that long. Anyway, 12,000. And we want to see how. Where's the like? Oh, there's the autopilot control panel. We want vertical speed because VNAV's dodgy in this game. How do I control the vertical speed? Normally there's a scroll wheel somewhere. I don't see any scroll wheel. What? Where's the thing that does the vertical speed? There's honestly no scroll wheel that I can see. There's meant to be like a scroll wheel. Hello, public address system. No, it doesn't work. Oh well. some payware, a few payware ones, it does actually work. But there you go. I mean, it's good that it at least works. Anyway, yeah. How do I? Oh, is that it? No, those buttons don't do anything. What am I doing? This is weird. What am I doing? Seriously. I'm trying to figure this out. There's no scroll wheel. You need a scroll wheel for the vertical speed, but I haven't got one. Unless I'm just being dumb. Anyway, right. Oh, we want position lights. That's the beacon. No voltage. The battery's turned on, innit? Okay. Right, if this plane dies on us now, we're maybe in trouble. Yeah, what do I do? I'm mildly confused, you know? About how to actually set the vertical speed. Can I do anything with the selection cursor? No. Nothing there. So the autopilot panel's there, look, but it isn't that panel there that does it. It's not there. But no, I can't figure it out. What if I? Oh no. Right. I guess we'll just get in the air and figure it out later. Maybe. Make sure we've got a bit of wind going together. Yeah, I don't know what to do. We'll just ignore that for now. Let's get in the air then. Let's actually get ourselves set up. So, start right. We have to hold down the start button, do we? Like a car. It would help if the fuel was on, wouldn't it? Why can't I turn on an engine? What am I doing wrong? Oh man, what's wrong with me? Hang on a minute, is that another fuel pump? Yeah. What do I need to do to start this plane? Why am I so dumb? Do I need to hold it? Do I need to hold it down for longer? Come on! It's like trying to start a car. Oh, I made a mess of this stream, haven't I, today? Why isn't the plane starting? Do the auxiliary fuel pumps need to be on? Actually, it would help if the fuel control on the engines was turned on, wouldn't it? There we go, let's try that. Turn on the master switch and then try to start it. Yes! Yes! We got there in the end! Yes! There you go. Right, guys, let's actually leave now, and we're still trying to figure out the, I don't know, there's definitely no switch here for like, that, vertical speed. There's definitely nothing. So I've got, right, let's try and go through everything, yeah? So I go all the way along. We've got all this stuff, that's all engine stuff, all, this is all battery, de-ice. And then we've got nothing about, anything there. It won't be on there. I'm looking for vertical speed, by the way. That's com frequencies. That's to do with the nav. That's to do with the map. Nothing there. What do I do? Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll just leave that, won't we? Unless we use a VNAV profile. Which I could use, but that would be a disaster, wouldn't it, really? Realistically? Right. Well, flight director's on. And we want altitude and vertical speed. And someone's reset my altitude. But I don't know how to do the vertical speed, though. That's really annoying. Anyway, and then we want nav, don't we? Nav. Right, let's request taxi then and see what happens. Oh, there you go. I found the button. Hey, right, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. I really should learn to fly these planes before I, you know, fly them. I really should. Anyway, let's get out of here. Let's go. I mean, we have encountered a few bugs, let's be honest, so, you know, it's not all down to me, but... There we go, right, away we go then. This thing, whoa, this thing has a good turning circle. Right, runway 35. And we'll taxi around to the runway. Cool looking plane, this actually, to Diamond Twin Star. Not the quickest of planes, but, you know... now, I don't think we're going to be facing any ice because of, well, one, it's 25 degrees outside, two, it's not really very cloudy. We're using live weather, but not live time. I'm not so sure how that works. How you can have one and not the other, but, you know, the game lets you have that, so it's okay. I'm not sure how that works with the temperature, you know? Whether it's using nighttime temperature and it's during the day, which doesn't make much sense, but, you know. We'll just ignore all of that. Anyway, let's get out of here then. We've got plenty of fuel. I'm hoping this thing does use fuel out of both tanks correctly. I think it does. I think we'll be alright. I'm only taking 50% of a tank. I'm pretty sure that's enough. Right, is this runway quite long? Yeah, looks like it. Okay, we'll take a right turn here then. And we'll go on to the tower frequency. Get the landing lights. They're already on. Great. Because we'll turn them off at 10,000 feet. Tax lights can come off, and we just want to basically slow right down to a crawl just before the runway, and that allows us to request clearance for takeoff. There it is.
Tower
No
Diamond Alpha
no
Sierra
planes in the area, so we
Golf
shouldn't have any
Sierra
issue
at runway
today.
35 ready for takeoff IFR
Because obviously
Romeo
it's live
1
traffic,
Romeo.
and, well, it being the time of day it is in Japan, there's not really any commercial traffic around at this time, realistically, is there? Or very, very little of it, right.
Clear
And also
for
there's apparently a
takeoff
few
runway
bugs with the live
35
traffic
Diamond
as
Alpha
well.
Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra.
Right, away we go, we've been cleared for takeoff, and look at that view out the wing. Absolutely beautiful. Anyway, let's get out of here then. Let's skedaddle. And, well, let's go full pattern now, really. Because this thing obviously turns to the right while taking off, so it kind of fits with the natural... Well, this thing is actually turning to the right quite dramatically. Whoa, in fact, way dramatically. What's going on? Is the wind being buggy by any chance? That's weird what our plane is doing right now. Why is our plane just trying to kill us? Right, take off. Yeah, our plane was trying to really crab then to the right. I don't know why. Gear up. And then autopilot in then. I don't really know what the climb performance of this thing is like, so we'll just leave it for now. Flaps up. Looks like this thing has a few bugs with its autopilot itself. Right, 800 feet per minute now. And that allows us to gain some speed. Yeah, it looks like this thing's got a bit of a dodgy autopilot with the feet per minute.
123.9.
Alright, let's make sure this thing's actually following its path correctly. I should have done that before. There you go. Straight out, and then it's going to be a right turn. And you can see there we're doing a very nice little turn then on the climb out. This thing quite a slow climber, so we'll have to watch that. But there we go, pretty nice. We're actually in the air after half hour, but there we go, we made it eventually. And there we go, right, climbing upwards to our cruising altitude of, well, 13,000 feet. We've been cleared initially 12,000 feet. Bit of an odd one, but there we go. And yeah, we're nicely climbing outwards now. We can just make sure we're following our path correctly there, look. On the departure. Obviously, you know, I haven't really flown this plane before, so I don't quite know how reliable the autopilot is. Obviously, some planes have been very well known to have some rather glitchy and funny autopilots on them, so we never know. But we'll keep an eye on our speed as well, of course, making sure... Actually, where is our speed? There we go. We've got a ground speed, look. So obviously, it's not the quickest of planes. This is currently doing 155 knots. So we're managing a pretty decent 800 feet per minute climb, which I'm kind of quite pleased with. Actually, I just decreased my throttle, and then somehow the speed went up. I don't quite know how that works. I actually, like, I went from 100% to, like, 95, and actually increased our speed. Although our ground speed has actually gone down, probably because we've turned, actually, that's probably why. Obviously the wind is now a different direction from us. Right, let's just make sure the heading is set in a straight line. Great. And then up we go, obviously, as I said, climbing very slowly. We'll get a nice look at the ocean and everything below us. Look at that. Let's go into a nice nice view here. Look at this. I mean seriously. Do I need to say anything else? But this is what the Japan update is all about, guys. That's what it's all about. That Japan update, just making Japan look beautiful. They're climbing at a very nice little speed now. The true airspeed 153 knots. I'm pretty happy with that. That will increase our cruise speed in this aircraft. Its maximum cruise speed is 171 knots apparently, according to this game, in the preload menus. So that's like our maximum. So we're looking maybe 160 knots. I think that's indicated. I don't know. It seems to vary on planes. Some plane it's listed in, like for the TBM, it's listed as 330 knots, which is obviously true airspeed, not indicated. But for some planes, like the Airbus, actually no, yeah, I think it is true airspeed in all cases actually. So I think we'll be sticking with true airspeed. So 170 knots. True airspeed is our cruise speed, roughly, is what we're looking for. So we'll try our best to stick to that. It's going to take us 22 minutes just to get to Payo, So it's, you know, obviously... This thing has maximum altitude of 20,000, so we could go up a bit higher, but I'm not bothered with that, really. Make sure that the altimeter is set correctly. You can see this thing's a very slow climber, so we'll be watching that constantly, obviously. However, increasing the throttle has actually helped us, so I'll probably try to do as good as I can on the throttle with the speed to try and maintain this speed while climbing. But yeah, it's looking lovely out there. Obviously, we'll keep an eye on the temperatures and all that. We have got a little bit of ice. If we want a bit of anti-icing, we've got the max mode, we've got windshield de-icing, and then we've got the de-ice pumps. So we've got de-ice pumps and windshield de-icing, I think that's about it really. And then we can have high mode if we want, and also max mode. So they're all the different modes of de-ice on top of the windshield de-icing. Only works for 5 seconds, interesting. So that's what we do if we get ice on our windshield. But it's a very nice little plane, this, the DA62. Obviously, it's what is basically used for a lot of training now. Didn't used to be. Many Cessnas that used to be used for that. Wait, I think the oxygen valve was meant to be closed then. Don't know. I'm saying that. I think we're going to keep it open because that's what it came as. And then if we get a warning, I'll close it. You know. But we've climbed pretty decent. We've actually already climbed 5,000 feet, so I'm pretty impressed with that. Flight time. Well, block time is being tracked by Fly UK, so we'll keep an eye on that. So, unfortunately, we did take it a little bit longer to get off the ground than I initially planned. It's meant to take 52 minutes, this flight. I don't quite know how long it's going to take exactly, but probably something quite close to that in it. Right, let's bring the range up now a little more, and I'm going to declutter it as well. However, the declutter doesn't... Oh, there goes. Is that the declutter? 1, 2, it's the third switch. Yeah, the declutter doesn't seem to work. Oh, well. That's a shame. I wonder why it doesn't work, that declutter. The declutter button doesn't really work, does it? I wanted to get rid of the airspace, really, if it can, but never mind. Right, and there's our little thing there. You can see that after Pyad, it's actually only 34 more miles. Till our destination, so it, you know, Pio. Wait, I can't zoom in any more than that. I'd like to zoom in a bit further than that if I could. Right, never mind. No, I can now in that camera angle. So yeah, we're doing pretty good. Look, you can see there. Look, 57 miles we've already conquered. I like that, conquered. We've already conquered 10 miles of that, so we've only got 45 to go, and then we've got another from Pio. We've got another 34 to our destination airport. So we're doing pretty good. Although those distances do not add up. 57 and 34. I don't trust that. That's 91 miles. So the game's lying. Because this flight was about 140 miles, if you remember correctly. So... yeah. Don't exactly know what's going on there, to be honest. That makes me a little suspicious of the game. Yeah, because 34 and 57 is not 145, which was apparently the length of this flight, so yeah, I don't understand what's happening there. Now, typically I would start to go standard pressure by now, but remember this game being set in the US, all the procedures are set in the US. That means that it has to have 18,000, that's the game's transition altitude overall. Just to keep you guys posted. Now, we've already burned 15 kilos of fuel. We only took 121 kilos. So, obviously, I can refuel mid-flight. I'm not in danger of that. Right, let's have a check, actually. This is a good tip that I use. We've only got 10 gallons in each tank, so 20 gallons. And we're using 18 gallons per hour. Is that per engine? So, really, we've only got enough fuel for half an hour. Is this thing's range that poor? Hang a minute, I'm going to have a look on... because it had 50% of a tank on board. Right, let's have a quick check, actually. Let's have a look at the fuel menu. Wait, what? Why is the weights not an option on here now? Oh, fuel. It's ticked. Oh, man, I'm being even more stupid now. Yeah, oh, wow, we burnt that quickly. This thing just has a very small tank, look. That's what it is. And also... It's in our auxiliary tank. I don't want that in our auxiliary tank. How do I move it? Can I move it? Right. Well, I don't want much in our auxiliary fuel tank, so let's move that, because I don't believe that I can actually... I don't think I can just cross-feed that in this plane. I doubt it has that feature. Or if it does, maybe not a lot. Maybe it's not very good. So what we're going to have to do then is basically... go 10% and then put the remainder... so remember we were on 43%. Put the remainder... so we were on 43% fuel, so I'll try and balance it back up to that. I wish it would just balance it out better. There you go, 43%, so that's more accurate now. We've now got £17 in each. That's better. So that should last us a bit longer. Yeah, I don't know, I don't think there is a cross-feed thing on this. Unless I change that look. I thought that would cut the engine. Okay. Well, okay, so we can cross-feed then, but I don't know where that's cross-feeding from. That's the problem. I don't know whether that's coming from the auxiliary tank, or whether that's coming from the main tank. I don't know. So, you know, I have no way to tell. I don't think there's a fuel page on here where I can view what the fuel is doing. So I can't tell whether it's going from the main tank to the auxiliary one, the main left one to the main right one, or auxiliary to main. I can't tell what it's doing. Well, the auxiliary one isn't typically used. It's kind of backup. It's like if your other two have a hole in them, you use the auxiliary one as a backup, if you like. But obviously, typically you wouldn't have much in there, but this game just fills it up all automatically without respecting what sort of plane it is, which again, may be something that should be considered. I think maybe in the real life plane you can control some of it with these buttons, but they're all in up. If they are actually buttons, that is. Again, I don't totally know. I'm passing 10,000 now. It's currently outside 9 degrees, so we're okay, and there's no clouds really, so we're fine for ice. Which is fine. And we want... oh yeah, heading to be synced. Right, landing lights off now. But we'll have to watch our fuel usage. I am slightly concerned about the fuel usage. Remember, once we get to cruise, I will be able to power back a little bit, and that will kind of help. I think maybe we have been doing a slightly higher performance climb than this plane would typically do. Possibly, I don't really know enough about that to just tell. We're doing good now, though. We've passed 10,000 feet. We're going to be going up to 13,000, actually, so I think I'll just knock it up all the way. It makes our life easier, really, doesn't it? But yeah, look at that. Obviously, this thing can only go up to 20,000, so don't expect much of a higher altitude that we can get out of this flight anyway. You know, any higher, it starts becoming inefficient in a plane like this. It's quite simple. Now, I actually do want to... decrease our vertical speed just a touch. Now we're so high up. And climbing nicely. Yeah, we could basically just go into cruise mode now, which is pretty nice. So it would be nice for us to actually complete this flight a little bit better. Like start the stream a little bit better, you know, but oh well. That's kind of how it is. We're actually coming up on pay hour now. But after that, you know, again, I don't trust those readings, if you like. I really don't, because I don't think I mean, unless the navigation thing at the start was wrong, which it could have been, I guess. Actually, let's go into Fuel Planner, which is quite an easy way of getting just the straight distance between two airports. And also, if they have the Diamond Twin Star on here, which they don't, unfortunately, I would have been able to tell how much fuel I would have needed. but they don't have that on there, so oh well. But anyway, let's head. So from, oh, this is the direct. So Raws to Rocker is, oh, they weren't found. So they're obviously not enough. They're not well enough known airports, or at least within Fuel Planner, for that to pop up. Oh well, we'll just ignore that then. Cooling temperature's a little bit high now. But hopefully our fuel flow will start to back off and we can be a bit better with it once we get to cruise altitude, which we are almost at. Only a little bit longer now upwards to go. There you go. Right, over to another ATC centre now.
Going to 119.3 Diamond X-Ray Golf Sierra. Naha AFB Center Diamond Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is at 11,600 feet, climbing 12,000 feet.
There you go.
X-Ray Golf Sierra, Naha AFB Center, continue to PAYAO as planned. Altimeter 29.72.
There you go, climb to 13,000.
Sierra climb and maintain 13,000 feet.
Climb and maintain 13,000.
Yeah, so we're now climbing up to our very last, final cruise altitude. You can see it's 7 degrees outside, so, you know, ice wouldn't be an issue even if it was cloudy right now. Now, we have actually gained a decent amount of speed, so we're going to start to throttle back now, I think. Because of that speed that we've gained, you know, we're up to a pretty decent cruise speed now. Of course, we were looking for about 170 knots, something along those lines. Maybe we'll wait until we have actually finished climbing, I think, before I go doing that. We've just got a little bit more to climb, you know. A little more. Just another minute, and then we'll be good, really. We'll be nice and chilled in our lovely Diamond Twin Star 62. A very nice little aircraft, this one, actually. Really liking it right now. See there, look, Diamond aircraft. It's a very nice little thing. Got a bunch of lights. Little private jet, honestly. They've got nice. I love the little wing views, you know. We've got any cool external views. No, they're under the showcase camera because, you know, they just are. I want a cabin view if we've got one. No cabin view. Oh well, we've got that view though. That's quite cool. We can get a wing view from the cockpit anyway. And there we go, 13,000 feet, yeah, 6 degrees outside, so ice, not a problem, ever. But there we go, 13,000 feet, we're now going to chill there for a little bit of time. Yeah, it's definitely further than 34 miles to our destination airport. I think it's like 6 miles and then 24 and then 34. It's just that, yeah, that's what it is, isn't it? So that's my mistake. That makes more sense. 1, add 3, add 57, add 6, add 24, add 34. That's still only 125 miles, so it still doesn't add up. Still doesn't quite add up, but there we go. It's better than what it was before, I guess. We'll see later. Anyway, we're now at cruise. So we're about to gonna push back now. I mean, again, look, even now, despite me pulling back on the throttle and hoping to save fuel, it's still not really any better on the fuel front. Right, I'm gonna have a look on here. So, DA62 range. Its range is 2,380 kilometers. Which is which comes out at 1,300 miles. That's this thing's range. So 50% of the tank should be enough for 600 miles. Otherwise known as not a problem. So I don't really know why. Maybe, again, some of the planes in this game have been known to have a buggy fuel usage. Because, here you go, cruise speed at 75% throttle. True airspeed, 171 knots, and that's at this same altitude. So 75% is what they use in real life. And that should get us a true airspeed at 12,000 feet, of 171 knots, and that's at 12,000 feet. So that's, yeah, we're looking for about 173, 4, maybe 173 knots true airspeed. That's what we're looking for. But still, look, we're doing 28 gallons per hour, and this thing can only store 50 gallons, meaning it's only got enough for 2 hours tops. And at the speed we're doing, which is only 170 nautical miles per hour, that's only a range of about 300, full this is, a range of about 350 miles, 400 miles. So I think Asobo have got the fuel measurements maybe slightly wrong, possibly, with this particular plane, unless I'm doing something wrong. I don't know. Just feel like that's not quite true, really. And see there, look, you know, they're pretty far loaded, the tanks. So I feel that that's wrong, but you know, we'll give it a go. We've only got 3 minutes now until Payu, and we'll continue on our route again. If I need to fuel up, I can. There's nothing wrong. I said I would like if I could just move the fuel. I mean, I guess I could just, so left gets added 11, so 95. Wait. And that added 11, so 100. Oh, there you go. Actually, it did automatically adjust it. Cool. It did automatically adjust it for me. What's that warning? Actually, yeah, so it does automatically adjust it then when you get rid of the fuel. That's good to know. Makes my life a bit easier then. But that should mean we now have enough fuel, right? Hopefully. But hopefully we're alright. And you can see there, look. So now we've gone back to proper cruise level. We're managing a pretty nice 174 knots. True airspeed. Look at that outside. It's so nice. And then we're getting about an 8 knot headwind, so that is affecting us a little bit, but overall it's not too bad. Again, it's not the quickest of planes, this. I mean, the TBM, again, this is a propeller, remember? The reason the TBM is so quick, despite only having one propeller, it isn't a piston prop propeller. It is a piston prop, meaning piston propeller. It's actually a turboprop, which is slightly different. It's quicker than a propeller, but slower than a jet. It's kind of the middle ground. So that's things like your Dash 8, obviously the TBM. In this game, the Cessna 208B Grand Caravan and the Beach King Air 350i, they're all turboprops. So, you know, Dash 8 isn't in this game. It'd be nice if they could have a Dash 8 in this game. That'd be cool. There we go. Yeah, it's looking pretty cool outside, really. I used to say that in FSX, and I sort of meant it, and also kind of like, could still look better. This game, yeah. This is on high. You know, it can go up to ultra. That's what I kind of find crazy. You know, ultra isn't quite worth it, the performance, in my opinion. You know, the performance drops a lot on ultra because of the optimization at the moment, and also just, you know, unless you have the brand new 3080 that's come out and the 3090. If you don't have those, you haven't really got much luck at running ultra. You know, it's simply the amount of VRAM isn't enough. It's very simple. So, you know, it doesn't really matter, does it? But it's good. I've had good fun really with this game. And also, guys, thank you so much as well for subbing to my channel. We've had 123 subs now. We're up to. Gained a lot in the last couple of weeks. Now we've flown 60 miles, so we shouldn't have too long to run. We have. How long's that? It is 25 miles to the next waypoint, and that says 6. So straight away, that's where some of those miles have gone missing. Yeah, I don't know what that's about then. It says 6 miles, and it's 25. So, yeah, I don't quite know what this game is playing at, to be honest. when it comes to its thoughts. They seem a little bit odd. And I would like to see a sort of ETA on here. I would like to see like an ETA at the final destination, but oh well. No, actually, I think this is the perfect time to bring up Sim Toolkit Pro. I wanted to make an overlay with this for the new game, but I wasn't able to get it working. When it came to making an overlay, under the preview at least, it wasn't showing me anything. So I don't know whether it's just maybe a bug, but I mean, I looked at, so I go to streaming tools, and it should show me, hopefully, anyway, hopefully, it should show me what the overlay would look like. There's nothing there. Right, ignore the maintain present heading and altitude. We're going to be runway 02, okay, great. Oh, there you go. By default, it's all transparent. That helps. So there you go. That's the overlay. I've just seen it now. Unfortunately, you can't customize it quite easily. You need to have a knowledge of CSS to be able to actually program it yourself. So sadly, I don't know any CSS. So or any kind of code, to be honest. I know a very small amount of Python and a very small amount of HTML. So I'm not the best at that. However, I'm trying to get better. I'm learning it. So maybe in future. But you know, at the moment, I'm actually quite liking my old overlay with the you know, because to be honest, this game is so beautiful. You don't want quite much of an overlay. The old, you know, FSX, you need an overlay to distract you from the game. But this game, you know, you can kind of see more of what's going on. It just looks cool. But I would like to get an overlay. Unfortunately, the overlay that I use currently isn't compatible with this new game, which is a shame. I would have wanted it to be, but it's not really supported anymore. It's called Bean Overlay, and I don't even think it is properly supported. It hasn't had an update in over 8 months, so quite obviously it hasn't. But the coding language is actually CSS. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, yeah, but it hasn't had an update for ages. Basically, it hasn't had any kind of thing, it is a shame, really. But it hasn't been updated in absolutely months. So you know, 8 months with its last update. So you know, unfortunately, it is a little dead, the overlay. But yeah, I don't know. Sim Toolkit Pro doesn't have quite as good systems or anything. Right, now outside it's 5 degrees, remember we are heading pretty much north, so sometimes it may just suddenly get a little bit colder, I guess. I mean, if you're heading up north, more northern, it does get dark. No, not, well, it gets dark, but it also gets, actually no, it doesn't get dark, I don't know what I'm on about, but it gets colder. Definitely. Now that's definitely for certain, so we've got to watch that. Obviously, there's no clouds at the moment, but this game, you know, we know what it's like with ice. We already know that. We already know that it's a bit old with its ice. So yeah, that's important to take note of. But overall, we're pretty good, really. But yeah, we're doing pretty well, really. I'm quite happy with how it's going there. Yeah, we've got 4 minutes left now until the next waypoint, so we're basically going to sit back and chill now. Got quite a while before anything really happens again now. I don't know, maybe this flight wasn't the best to do in this plane. Maybe I should have used the TBM. Would have been a little bit quicker, but you know, it's quite fun to fly a different sort of airplane, even though it does mean I have to try and spend the first 20 minutes trying to figure it out. I keep thinking that the default planes in this game are like FSX, and that you can literally just jump into them, press Control E and go. It's not quite that simple, although Control E is a thing in this game. The planes, you know, in FSX that was your only option. The planes were so basic you couldn't really. I think in some planes they didn't really have an option to start other than using Control E. But in this game, if there's the option there to play around with a detailed plane, I'll use it, obviously. So, you know, it's not too bad, but I think the fuel situation is looking okay now. Yeah, 3.5 minutes to Ryosa. After Ryosa, I think the distance markers are correct. I believe they look more accurate. That's for certain. Anyway, they definitely look more accurate. So we'll see what happens there, I guess. But yeah, you can see there. Look, one of our waypoints is called it's Dodge. It's Dodge, but we'll say Doge. If that was Doge. Yeah. But you can see there, look, it's a bit of a short gap between waypoints there and then straight in. It's going to be a pretty straightforward approach, really. Remember, we've been given runway 02. So if I just adjust that round, you can see it there. That's slightly off to the left of where we're heading right now. Meaning it's actually a pretty much straight in approach from where we are. I'm not totally sure when we're going to get told to descend, or quite how quickly we want to descend. Now, this thing does have quite detailed checklists, so you can see it's one of the few that actually has a very well done trim. Actually, never mind, they're not useful anyway. But yeah, it's got a very detailed checklist, this plane, actually. It's one of the few, because a lot of planes, to be honest, don't have massively realistic things. But here you go, power lever, up to 95%. And there you go, 75% recommended. So that's our cruise speed, 75%. That's what determines our cruise speed. So that means we have been doing the correct thing. Again, you know, if the plane, because unfortunately a lot of the planes in this game do not, like the TBM for example, only has checklists to take you from startup to takeoff. After that, you're just left on your own. But some planes, like this one, actually have a very, very detailed checklist. You know, you have a ton of stuff here. It's really good to see. Very, very. Actually, apparently, yeah, you're not meant to use over 95% on takeoff power. Power, there's not really much to sort of take note of there. But yeah, right now we're just cruising along pretty nicely. We're only 2.5 miles from the next waypoint. The miles come down so quick, so slowly, it's actually quite funny. It takes us a minute to do 2.5 miles. Oh, there you go, we're descending, are we? What, already? Already, are we sure?
Descend and maintain 7,000 feet.
I'm sorry, but we've still got 50 miles to go. I don't think I believe that. I don't believe that. No.
7,200 feet Diamond X-ray Golf Sierra.
I'm really not sure I believe that, to be honest. This game, look, thinks, right, we'll wait until the next waypoint there. It's going to take us 9 minutes to get to Dodge. So we've got at least 18 minutes, plus another 10 miles. That's these maths today, wow. 50, yeah, so 50 miles is going to take us 18 minutes. That leaves us another 10, let's say. Right, okay, so let's say we've got 25 minutes. 23 minutes, let's say 23 minutes. So if we want to descend at, say, 800 feet per minute, it's going to take us about 16 minutes, 16 minutes to descend. I mean, we want to descend about Dodge, probably about 2 minutes before Dodge, is where we roughly want to descend, at 800 feet per minute. At 1600 feet per minute, What am I doing? What am I looking for? I'm trying to look. I've forgotten. Oh yeah, 600. So if we was to descend at 600 feet per minute, it'd take us 22 minutes. Now, I'm pretty sure the airport's basically at sea level. And we have 58 miles. Yeah, 58 miles to go, minus. So we have 54 miles to go. 54 miles. Try to think of that speed, distance, time calculation. So we want to find time, distance divided by speed. So this is probably totally wrong anyway, but 54 divided by, yeah, this is wrong, isn't it? 54 divided by, because that's the distance, divided by the time, which is, no, divided by the speed, which is 170 knots. They're both in nautical miles, by the way. Yeah, that's not right.
Diamond X-ray Golf Sierra, please expedite your descent to 2,200
Be quiet. Trying to find out how long we have left, but it's quite difficult. Right, speed, distance, time. There we go. Speed. Oh, we go. Here's this speed, distance, time calculator. Well, we'll just say it's in miles. So 54 miles. No, we want to find our time. So speed is 174. We'll say miles per hour, just to keep it in miles. I know it's in nautical miles. They're slightly different, but very similar. I don't know why I'm giving you guys a maths lesson. It's boring enough. And the distance is... What is the distance? Oh yeah, it's 54. Well, actually, it's 49 miles now. We want to be... It's going to take us... We want to be descending... 17 minutes we've got left. 17 minutes left. And we want to be descending about 16 minutes early. No. Yeah, 16 minutes. You know what? I think we should start descending now, I think. Let's start descending now and see what happens. I think the game has told us to descend slightly early. But anyway, let's go ahead. And where's the altitude button? Hello, altitude button. Where are you? There you are. Down to 2,200 feet. Oh, that's the wrong button. And vertical speed. Down, 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 down. And down to about... Yes, don't... Calm down now, game. We've started descending. You can stop moaning at me. You can stop moaning now. Right, it's going to take us 4 minutes just to do this. So we'll be down at about 8,000 by the time we hit this next waypoint. And then I'll be able to tell exactly how long it's going to take us, I think. Maybe, who knows, maybe we'll start descending a bit too late. We had 16 minutes to go, I think. Yes, about 16 minutes to go. So if I descend, so 16 minutes times, and we should descend at about 13,000 feet, and we're descending from 13,000 feet. So obviously, remember our speed will slightly change, but yeah, using this logic, we should come into. We should reach the next, the next airport pretty much exactly. Let's say 700 feet per minute, just to be nice. Just a bit easier, And then we'll just sit back and relax with that. I think we should be pretty good. Quite a slow, calm, nice descent. Because remember, our speed will start to drop, remember, so it kind of balances out almost. I mean, I've got a plane in the area, look. Somewhere up there. So that's kind of interesting. Right, guys, there you go. I was just in the middle of talking and my microphone cable just got pulled out, my headphone cable. It's on a stereo adapter that's plugged into a USB, so sometimes every now and then it just pulls out if I yank it slightly too hard, which is exactly what happened then, so just ignore that. We'll just totally ignore that happened and keep going, keep calm and carry on. Not the first person to say that. Honestly, it's like the most common thing to hold on the side of a mug or something. Honestly, it's quite funny, really. But we're looking pretty good now, so just passing below 10,000 feet right now, so line lights are going to be needing to be popped on. So just passing below 10,000, line lights on. Very slow little descent, obviously, you know, it is on purpose, the slow descent, and I'll be able to compare it now. We're looking for the other side of Dodge. We're looking to have probably about, well, you know, 700. We're looking for about probably 10, let's say 12 minutes on the other side of Dodge. Let's say, yeah, we're looking for about 12 minutes. So, once we pass Dodge. So I think, actually, we pretty much start descending at pretty much a perfect time. So we're looking for 12 minutes to the airport. Which is pretty good, actually. We've made some pretty good progress. We've flown 110 miles so far. 12 minutes, and we've got 13 minutes to go. So 7 times 13, in that time we can drop 9,100 feet. And we have 9,600 feet. So that's absolutely perfect. Obviously, we will continue to slow down. So maybe we could have started descending a little bit later overall. But we're going to give it a bit more power, actually, just to help maintain our descent rate, I think. Help maintain our speed a little bit. Obviously, quicker speed is kind of better, really, isn't it? Just helps us a little bit. Help chomp down those miles. We've only got 33 miles left to run now, so we should see the airport anytime, really. Obviously, in an Airbus, this would take about 3 or 4 minutes, but this thing is obviously, well, slow. Slow with a capital S. Almost as slow as Ferrari's 2020 F1 car. But we're doing pretty good right now, just sort of descending down slowly. Coming up on 8,000 feet at the moment. We're looking pretty nice for quite a spot. I'm hoping we can do a nice smooth landing in this plane. Never landed it before, so it's my first flight in it. It's been very fun to fly this Diamond DA62 Twin Star. Very, very slow. But, you know, it's actually the quickest of all the propellers, apart from the Beechcraft Baron and the Beechcraft Bonanza. Both of them hit a cruise speed of 176 knots true airspeed, so 5 knots quicker than this. You know, 5 knots though is like that's like 5 miles an hour. It's not really much, is it? It's probably like 1 or 2 minutes quicker. And then obviously, if we'd stepped it up to a turboprop, it would have been a lot quicker. I mean, particularly the TBM. The TBM is so quick for a turboprop. It's like a little rocket ship, really. And I was thinking about flying a business jet today, but you know, I mean, so the plan for this week's streaming, Saturday we're going to be doing Saturday morning we're going to be doing the Japan Discovery Tour. Now Friday evening I would like to do a flight on VATSIM with the A320neo, but I don't know what yet because the route network for Fly UK's A320neos is being unveiled tomorrow, so I will know tomorrow what flights I'm going to be able to do in that plane. And they're going to be based out of Gatwick, Heathrow, Manchester and Edinburgh, so it'll be out of one of those UK airports, but to where exactly I do not know. I'm just searching now, and still, yeah, so yeah, Manchester, Edinburgh, London, Gatwick, London, Heathrow, so they're the 4 places we're going to be that are going to have Neos. Just don't quite know. I would like also to have like maybe a non-Neo option of the A320 put in this game, but we'll have to see, because it would be nice to give us a bit more choice then. But we've only got 25 miles left to run now, so we're doing pretty good. We've got 9 minutes left to run, so 700 times 9, 6,300 feet we can drop, meaning that, well, yeah, we're slightly above what we need to be. Remember, obviously, we're probably going to go for a bit of a steeper descent right at the end, so that kind of fits in perfectly, and of course we have got slightly more to slow down for just yet. The fuel has not been an issue for us. We started with 121 kilos, we only used 53 kilos, so the fuel's actually been okay in the end. I think we just use a lot on takeoff and climb, but you know, been fine, hasn't it? Been absolutely fine, so that's great. We should start seeing there's the island of Kerama, and that's what the airport's called anyway. Very small airport, another handcrafted one, to come in this latest update, of course. And then look at the altitude tumble down. Only 22 miles. 22, that's how long we've got to go. So it's been a little bit of a longer stream than planned, because it took us half hour to get off, but not quite half hour. It took us about 29 minutes to get off the ground, so about 25 minutes to leave the stand, which isn't, no, actually no, that is since we pushed back. So yeah, it's been 29 minutes into the stream, it took us to leave the stand. So obviously 10 of that was due to me explaining stuff, another 5 at least due to bugs, another 5 due to me trying to figure out the plane. So in the end we probably wasted 20 minutes there. That's kind of how it all happened, but not bad really. So partially part of it was intended. I meant to explain how all the Japanese kind of update had been, you know, what kind of features are in it, you know. I think it's really cool. But there we go. Right, it's 12 degrees outside, so the temperature's picking up nicely. 19 miles to run now. We've got 7 minutes. That's what I mean. 19 miles, and it takes us 7 minutes. It's quite a while. I mean, I guess then, like, if you were doing that in a car, it'd be pretty amazing. So it's still not exactly slow, is it? But it's just not quite what I'd want, really. But there you go. But we're looking pretty good right now, so hopefully that'll be alright. Got 3,000 feet left to go at least, so not bad. And yeah, 4,800 we're just passing now. A little look outside, I think. Look at that. It's very nice, actually, I have to say. As we drop altitude, slowly but surely, there's our island in question. It's a beautiful plane, this. Look at it. I don't think a plane, I doubt this plane in real life would really need two pilots flying it. I know it's probably certified for single pilot operation, this plane, but there you go. And see there, look, we're basically heading in for a straight-in arrival there, so that's pretty good. 5 minutes left to run still, so we've still got a little bit of a way to go. There we go, we're descending past 4,000 feet now, so looking pretty good. That's beautiful down there. Look at that, that's nice. There you go. There's something from ATC finally. Haven't had much today from them. There we go. Ignore that, maintain present heading and altitude instruction, and just continue on.
Maintain present heading.
And the runway is for, say it's in sight, because they always tell you to do that. They always ask you that way too far away for you to actually see the airport, but if you don't do it, it kind of messes them up.
Turn right heading 050.
There you go, heading mode now.
Turn right heading 050. Diamond X-ray Golf Sierra.
And there we go, right over to the traffic frequency and announce position.
Oscar Kilo Romeo traffic Diamond Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra 10.
So yeah, it's a traffic frequency this airport, so something to keep in mind. And we've timed our descent pretty much perfectly, I think. Obviously we're heading slightly out wide now away from the airport, so I can sort of get a nice turn in. We'll just turn down the range now so I can see exactly what's going on, because we are only 8.5 miles away now, so not far. Put it down. Still going quite quickly really, if you think about it. Got another 500 feet to go yet, and then we'll all be good really, and we can, yeah, it's a very small airport this, so on a traffic frequency. It's very, very small. I've got 76 hours logged in this game, however I've got to mention an awful lot of that is actually just, well, an awful lot of it is, what's it called? Oh, what's it talking about? Oh yeah, a lot of that is installation time. Things like updates and whatever, because obviously all updates to this game and all installations and everything are all done inside the game while it's playing. They're not done off the game, which is kind of interesting, a bit of a different approach really, but you know, it's because it all runs within its own client obviously. Right, 2,200 feet now, and we're at 6 miles, so we want to try and maintain this now. I'm going to go down to 1,100, which will put us 1,000 feet above the airport. That's what I think is kind of good really. So vertical speed, and we'll do 600 feet per minute, quite a gentle descent really. Put back on the throttle a little bit now, because we're only 5 miles away. We should start to see the airport at some point. Somewhere here. I think it's on that quite thin bit. Yep, by the looks of it, it is. You can see there on the map. It is there. Sticking out by that town. It's always meant to be quite high detailed textures and all that. There's our runway. I think that's it anyway. Obviously, we're only 4 miles away now, so we should see it really. We're going to announce, well, no, not quite on final. We'll announce position again.
Romeo Oscar Kilo Romeo traffic.
Now we're 5 miles out. Well, actually, we're 4 miles out, but okay. Right, I believe that is our airport somewhere around there, but saying that, nope, never mind, it isn't. That's not quite close enough. Also, we have just slightly off course to make sure we're good enough on the approach. But really, only being 3.5 miles away, like, I think it's on that bit of land there Actually, I believe it's that bit that sticks up. I think it's actually just that dirt field. Although I'm not so sure how it's a handcrafted airport, if it's just a dirt field, to be completely honest. I mean, I'm only guessing it is handcrafted because it was highlighted on the map, unless that doesn't mean handcrafted, but I'm pretty sure it does. And you can see there, look, we're only 2.5 miles away, so that fits perfectly. Wrong final then. But yeah, I'm not so sure how this is handcrafted, to be honest. Just a runway on a cliff. But there we go. It looks cool all the same. It's actually, I didn't realise it'd be quite this cool of an approach, actually. So I'm quite impressed with that. It's quite cool. Right, what's our landing speed in this thing? We can bring it up using... there. That's the rotate speed, so there's our approach speed. 87 knots, okay? 87 knots. And that's indicated. So, start powering back. No pappy lights at an airport like this, obviously. Right, full flaps. Gear down. And that'll slow us right down, won't it? To about 87 knots, as we were expecting. You can see they were on a heading of 020, so it's definitely the correct runway. It's a very, very interesting approach, this, actually, I've got to say. And very, very cool. Very, very cool. I want to move the camera around so I can get a good shot, but... oh, rip. The plane didn't quite listen there when I was off the power. No! 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 Oh, I feel like a moron. I shouldn't have rented a drone camera. I need to turn... you know what? Right now, I'm going to turn crash damage off. Because the amount of times that's really killed me. Oh, well. Yeah. I went outside and was like, oh, that's so nice. And then the plane just decided while I was out of the cockpit to stall on me. That's now 2 mishaps. I think the first one was a bug. I'm pretty sure that one was my fault. Where the plane decides to just die while I'm in outside cam. So, yeah. Don't go in drone camera. That's the rule now. Don't go in drone camera, because that seems to just happen all the time. Although apparently you can't control the plane in drone camera, is what I've heard, so I don't really understand why that happens. I don't know. But they should make it so the AI takes over in drone camera. It's a shame, honestly. That's kind of the problem with this game's view system, though. It is, in the old game, you could literally right-click, select a view, boom, done. In this game, there's none of that. You have to fiddle around with buttons. There's like, it's also slightly bugged. It's like insert and it's insert and end, but the combination of keys you press changes depending on what situation you're in. It's very difficult to get the hang of. So yeah, partially my fault, partially game design fault. But there we go. We finished the flight. So oh well. Pretty good in the end. But there you go. We still followed our flight plan. It was counted as correct. It was counted as complete, actually. So we landed. It was counted as complete, so it counts. Anyway, guys, I hope you really enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. That was a bit of a fail, wasn't it? I mean, if Flights invested YouTube, yeah, we'd be on there now. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and bye bye.